Welcome back. I'm here again with Sri Ashok Singh, and I wanted to do an interview. I was hoping that you could talk about the way that you teach with Bliss, because I think it's super important that you are always directing towards bliss, that Kriya should be producing bliss, and anything which is not taking you in that direction, you're going off. That you should always be going towards and experiencing bliss in your Kriya Yoga meditation.
Yes, it's very important to know how we function in this world. When we are walking, our eyes are guiding us that we have to go in certain path to reach some place. And so the path is there either in a form of a road or in the form of concept of an open space of how to go there. And you're constantly taking steps so that you are on that road. But sometimes because of a physical obstacle or some other obstacle, mental obstacle, you occasionally slightly veer from the road. But you have an idea that you are actually going in this direction, and that picture is in your mind. So you correct yourself constantly in a guidance and control manner to follow and go to the place, otherwise you're lost.
Right.
So it's very many times we get lost trying to go someplace.
Right.
Because we are not following the road path map, mental map or actual map, and we lose that by taking wrong steps and not correcting it to get back on the road direction. So Kriya Yoga practice, if you're doing and you're not correcting yourself in a guidance and control manner all the time, you will take long time to learn how to reach the goal of merging into God.
Right.
Okay? Because what has happened is you see a white light that goes through prism, and on the other side of the prism, when it comes out, it breaks into spectrum. White light has just one state, not multiple spectral state. And the spectrum that it breaks into is got many spectral forms. Okay, colors are different of the white light. We are in the spectral state of God, Maya of God.
Right.
And we have to go and merge into God, who is a non-dual state, Advaita state.
That's the original white light.
Like a white, there's a fractal for white light breaking into spectrum.
Right.
So God has come into the world by taking a Maya or spectral form. We are going back from the spectral form of God to God who has only no duality in it. And in order to go there, we don't understand what that is, and will be here forever and ever. And that's why we live many lives.
Right.
And get beaten up in the worst states that we can imagine.
Yes.
But we are practicing Kriya Yoga, and we have to have a guidance and control to make sure that we are going into the non-dual form of God, rather than playing into his spectral form. And there is a lot of entanglement there and a lot of misguidance and things from the world that he has created,
Right.
that you don't get to his or her non-dual form.
Right. Right.
And so the non-dual form of our emotions and thoughts and logic and reasoning is bliss,
Ananda.
Ananda. And so we have to know what Ananda is and follow the Ananda. Do you want me to define Ananda?
Sure, that would be wonderful.
Okay. Ananda is when we are in a mental or emotional state of our world, in the spectral state. And in that world, we have pleasure and pain rather than just Ananda.
Mm-hmm.
But we do occasionally feel Ananda even in the spectral form.
Right.
One way is when we are very hungry and go to a fast food place and we want to quickly get something to eat because we are very hungry.
Right.
So we go there and get something to eat and come out of the fast food to sit down and eat. And there is a beggar there who has not eaten for a long time and is starving to death. And he says, I have no money, please give me some food to eat. And you take your food that you got to eat for yourself because you're hungry, and instead of abusing the man who is begging for the food, you give that food to that person, and that person says thank you very much and eats it, and just looking at that you feel tremendous happiness, which is bliss actually, not just happiness.
And it was a selfless form.
And it is selfless, it is a non-dual state of emotion. And that is why when you are practicing Kriya Yoga, you want to remember the bliss, and constantly when you are disturbed, when all kinds of thoughts take you in the world and the Maya of God, which is the creation itself, and wants you to get there rather than his non-dual state, then you try to say, no, I must feel bliss from this practice. Otherwise what I'm doing is not the real, is not going there. It's still playing in this world. And so that is one example of Ananda. The other example of Ananda is if you're a scientist or student and you have been given a problem to solve, and you have been thinking to solve the problem and you cannot solve it, you don't know what the answer is, and suddenly in a class some teacher explains it, and you say, oh, eureka, eureka, I got it, because you didn't know that before.
Right.
That's Ananda.
Right.
Thank you for teaching me. And that feeling when you are thanking and understanding is bliss. And you got to recall this bliss because you have that experience, not the God's bliss experience in the non-dual state. So you got to recall it to go there so that you're not getting lost in different directions of the creation. So that is why I have made sure that my students practice Kriya Yoga and all constantly feel bliss rather than, oh, why am I practicing this? I'm wasting time. I much rather go and play, or much rather go and have other fun and all that, which is fine, but experience this and see the difference of where you end up. Okay?
Okay,
All right.
that's perfect.
Okay.
Really beautiful. Well, so well said. A little bit. So thank you so much for joining the two of us. It was my very deep pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And if you liked this, be sure to hit that bell down below, and I will see all of you next time.